What's up? Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Talking Black. And I'm here with my guest today, my brother, not from another, actually from another mother. um, Fala.
What up?
What's up, Fala?
Trying to maintain.
Y'all maintain.
That's what's
So today, yo, the voices is crazy. Today, y'all are in for a treat because we are here with someone who is an character. But the treat is not only just the character. Like, we about to get to know Fala together. For everybody who does not know, he is my brother. What number are you? What number child are you? I don't know.
I'm the third one.
The third oldest
One
of a mill. Really,
of a million.
really. Right. Introduce yourself.
Fraud.
Fraud.
It's fraud. And the people that know me by FALAsophy.
Fala Bazooty.
FALAsophy.
Bazooty.
Hey, that that uh that name was given to me years ago. You know what I'm saying? I was playing around, playing games, and I wound up in prison for a long time, man.
So we're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to get to the how many years you have done. But I want to first tell you why I asked you to come on the show. So I think it was like last week we sat down and we communicated, right? And it was more so of me listening to your poems, right? And having the conversation and opening up my eyes to understand a small portion of your experience because I never allow myself to do so, right? And I can't tell you exactly verbatim what the poem was called. What was it called?
I remember the one you was talking.
What was the poem called?
You talking about the one I was talking about being in jail? Right?
Yes, that one.
It's actually untitled. A lot of my stuff untitled. I let other people title, but it was called Jail Living, and I wrote that joint eons ago, bro.
So you don't have a title.
Nah, it's untitled.
You know, I titled it myself. I said correctional facility.
Nah, that's
So
it's
that's why
pretty
I brought you here.
comprehensive, bro.
Yeah, like it opened up my eyes. And before we do end the show, I would like you to recite it because I want them. You don't want to.
We could do that.
I want them to take a step into your world, right?
I
Because
got a
it.
punchline for that joint when I'm done too. It's gonna mess your head up.
Nah, I loved it, right?
It's gonna mess your head up.
So a little bit before we get into the questions that I have to ask you, right? And from my point of view, we met again literally after your 22 years, like right at the end of your 22 years, I was reintroduced to you. That's how I feel, right? I don't remember communicating with you like years before that. So us reintroducing ourselves to each other, we bumped heads a lot. And I always said, "Oh, I ain't fooling with my brother. Like
She
I'm not
never
doing."
shut up. She never shut up. Like, go ahead. She thinks she's smarter than me. Bless her heart. Like,
See, that's crazy. I'm
Well, go
gonna give
ahead.
him. I'm gonna
Well,
give
go
him the
ahead, go
floor
ahead.
because
Go ahead.
you are smart. But I ain't trying to figure out who's smarter. We both are very intelligent people, but I feel like I can learn from you. And I opened up my mind to understanding you. Right, something I didn't care to do before.
That's all you can do.
So with that being said, right, I have a question for you. Before you went to prison, like who were you trying to become?
Hey, that's a good question because I don't know. I have no idea. A lot of times, you know what I mean, we just be reactionary. We just be reacting to stuff we experience. And honestly, man, I mean, a lot of people, if you met me in the bank, if you just heard my name, right, and then you met me in the bank, you'll be like, yo, these are two totally different people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Why?
and I've heard it so many times because for real, I mean, the rap I had, this tough guy, play with guns, and I'm always lying. But you see me, I'm laughing, I'm smiling, I'm trying to have fun all the time. But like when I got in the game, for real, all I wanted was a pair of sneakers. We came up in a rough time, bro, and and they wasn't letting you, like people wasn't going to let you chill. And I actually was traumatized, man. And through the course of trying to process what I was going through, I just didn't want to be bullied. And I don't care, period.
In school, in
school
out
with
of school.
guns, I just hated the bully thing, and I would fight back. You know what I'm saying? And before I knew it, man, like it was nuanced changes that took place, but before I knew it, I had became the same thing I had despised, bro.
That was the question that you had asked a while back. Do we feel like it's the environment or our upbringing, right? Was that where that conversation came from? Because we went back and forth with that too.
Yo, bro, I did a lot of soul searching in that joint. I did 22 years, and I did 5.5 before that. So I thought I knew when I came home and left my heart. I was a baby. But this time, man, and at one time, I used to think that you couldn't just blame our condition of how we behave as black people on oppression and crack. I used to think that. I'm like, yeah, you just can't blame. We got to take some accountability. Listen, y'all not going to like
where
this.
I was
one.
at. Mm-hmm.
Listen. Y'all not going to like this. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's anthropology. Listen, policies effectuate outcomes. We are in this condition as they like life is about decisions and choices. Yeah. What about decisions and choices that were made for you?
Absolutely.
You ain't have no choice in the matter. What was decisions that was made for you way before you had reasoning faculty, before you was even here.
They planted the seed.
Yeah.
They planted the seed and watched it grow. I think they did an amazing job with it too. They did. They created a masterpiece with these systems that they created. So now that we know we're not gonna go into now that we know what we're gonna do, because this ain't about that. This is about what you feel and what you think. Anything else?
One more point I was going to say about that. This is what I was explaining to her, and I want y'all to hear this, bro. It's a binary thing, bro. This or that. That's it. Listen, either black men are inherently violent, stupid, and make bad decisions, or the situations and circumstances of their environment got a lot to do with them decisions they make. It's one or the other, just by the numbers. If you look at them, be like, oh, why do they behave like this? And look at these, like this. Okay, so it's just by the numbers, bro. And which one is it? Who I am, so go ahead. I like to believe anyway.
You like to believe you know who you are? Do you find out who you are like regularly every day? Like, yo, I didn't know I was that. Like on a day-to-day basis. It happens, right?
Like that's another thing about being out here. I'm getting to know myself again, being out here. Like you would think, like I knew myself in prison, and I knew myself before when I was on the street, right? But after doing and getting back out in prison, like I'm like, yo, I'm like not the same person that I was in prison.
I'm happy you said that.
I'm not the same person that I was on the street the last time. It's like I'm a different person in this condition. So yeah, man.
I'm happy you did say that, because my next question was, what survival skills from the streets help you survive in prison?
First and foremost, I'm from the casino. We was paymate board.
What's up, sis? This on
then nigga this seen us say we ain't make noise. And then I had a lot of partners, like I said, like we was getting money. Like, you know what I'm saying? We right there where the Prairie Building was at. My old head was just getting everybody. We ain't know what was going on. Everybody used to come up there. You know, it was a bad time. This was 90, 91, 90. It was a bad time. So, you know, and yo, bro, they used to come up there and terrorize us, bro. Listen to Project niggas, whoever. We was like the piggy bank in Chester, PA. You want somebody to go up there and get them niggas? Like,
oh,
we
wow.
was getting money, though. But I learned how to be vigilant, first and foremost. And my partners, my old heads, first and foremost, they was college prep. They was real intelligent people, but they used all their, faculties for the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? So the one thing, like, I remember around my way, we used to call, my first partner on the street, y'all don't know, my first partner when I start getting, into the pounds, that's what they say.
Pows.
You can't say that, say pounds. But listen, my first partner was Hank Capone.
I heard of the name
Could
Capone.
you imagine this shit I learned as a baby?
How old
You
were
know what I
you?
mean? I was young. When I started running, I was young. And when I first started playing. And my point is, like, we used to think, like, big cities is fast. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yeah, this, no, they not. No, they not. Where I'm from specifically, circles around niggas. I could see bullshit from a mile away.
Wow.
That's something that Worcester specifically, and I could tell if you bitch or not, bro. This is just a innate sense that I have from coming from where I come from. You know what I'm saying?
The
So
instincts.
yeah, like so that's what taught me. It told me I always been super social. So I learned from, and I've been other places. So I learned that I was in the juvenile drinks too. So yeah, that was the best thing. Where I came from, that's what I learned from the street.
I just learned
This
something.
bullshit a mile away. Niggas you be frauds, right? And they'll walk up, right? And they get to talking and dudes will be accepting them, and I'll be looking like nobody know this nigga's a fraud. Like you can't tell. Like
I must have inherited that
yeah,
from y'all because I'm the same way. So
real, my
sitting here listening to you, I'm learning things about myself that that is this from my father? Cause his instincts is heavy.
yeah, some people, yeah, they pick up on heavy like frequencies.
Everything.
That's another thing, man. I could tell somebody listening to me by their body language. I could look in their eyes and tell if they really listening. Real rap. It's like it's a blank stare, a stupid stare, then it's a very coherent, attentive stare that a person has. You know what I'm saying? I can even tell when they understand, opposed to when a other person doesn't. I say something, look at this guy, look, and it's all like through time you develop these things. You need them social skills in the street, bro,
Absolutely.
to keep you alive.
So in the streets, you don't feel like you should be. You should more so be a people's person, or when you say social, like what do you mean by you? You need to be social being in the
You
street.
know, it's crazy. I was super social, but I still had like social quirks too. Like I was awkward socially, but I always wanted to engage people. So once you start engaging me, I'll really be myself. And who I am myself is not palatable to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was like I always went through that. You know
Yourself
what I'm
is
saying?
awkward.
Like
More
our
so
pop,
like
our
introvert
pop.
and extrovert mix.
Exactly. Like
Yeah,
our pop,
I get it.
like our pop.
Oh, so after 22 years in prison, I always say about 30. I always say it because I know you spent that 5 to almost 6 years in
Over a
prison.
quarter century,
Before
bro.
that, in between, how long were you home in between those two prison sentences?
19 months.
19. It was that long?
19 months.
Oh, we gonna get to that because I
19
kind of
month
thought
furlough.
it was. I thought it was so much shorter, and I'll tell you why. Like down the
I did
line.
like 27 and a half years with a 19-month furlough in between.
Wow.
Bro.
So
it's crazy.
after that 22 years, like what matters to you now that didn't matter to you before?
Yeah, a lot of stuff. There's so much stuff that don't matter.
I'm here to listen to you.
I don't care about, like, the older you get, this just happened organically. Like, the older you get, the less you care about people's perception of you. You know what I'm saying? But once you do 22 years from being a jackass, I was about 32. Imagine being in prison, being 32 years old, realizing you was a jackass, and your mind opened it up. You're like, damn, fine, the way you was thinking, it would have never worked out for you. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But you got like a gazillion years left. You learned the lesson. You like, what was it like? I remember where I was walking at when it hit me and stuff, and I'm like, but what was the question again? You said after the
What matters now that didn't
okay,
matter
listen,
before?
watch this is the main thing. Being mature, I mean, that drove me to prison. I want money. Like you know, I used to
more
get busy,
aspect.
but my whole thing was predicated. I want some bread. Give me the bread. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not as material as I was. I'm not as material. I'm probably like a fourth material as I was before. And
That's a big one. That's a big drop.
The deepest one I'm gonna leave for the end. Another thing is, I'm less material and I'm looking for love and understanding. Because you know somebody could love you and not understand, but you got somebody that love and understand you. That's where it's at. That's where it's at to me. y'all do what y'all want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody always want to put the monies out front. I understand. We come from a capitalist society. But the main thing, and I'm sound like a bitch ass niggas, I know my niggas.
Love and understanding. You need love and affection.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Ben,
Hold up.
go ahead. I'm
one
sorry.
More. This is the one. I don't want to hurt nobody no more, bro. I don't even want to hurt a motherfucking feelings, man. That's the biggest thing. I used to be so quick to, you know what I mean? He disrespect me, you know. And like that's what it did humble the shit out of me when I freed my mind from a lot of things when I was in that joint. I don't even want to hurt your feelings. It don't make me feel good to hurt your feelings.
So piggybacking off of that, because this wasn't even a question, but of course something gonna pop up. 50.
Nifty.
How hard is it to even
Do I look it down?
get that? No, you don't. You actually. I mean, if it wasn't for the grade, you would simmer back down. Cause if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to tell. But at that age, like, how hard is it? Like, and not even just the age, the 22 years of not having, the actual experience of the relationships, and now you're getting to understand women more. It's a different time. Like you said, now it's more like capitalism. It's a lot. They just want. And you used to be the more too. So it's like going into that dating or this society of women. Like, how is that for you at 50?
That's what people don't realize out here. This y'all got issues. Y'all actually got more issues than the guys in the bang. And I think it's because y'all issues went unchecked for so long. Because if you in the bang, somebody gonna check your issues real fast. It's gonna be your celly, it's gonna be the guard, somebody in the yard. Like, you can have all the issues you want, but everybody got it. And that's what I want y'all to realize. Like, everybody got these joints out here, and y'all just spewing y'all issues all over people. When you meet people, you set all these standards and stuff like that, bro. Hold yourself to the same standard that you hold everybody else to. And if you immediately, like I do, you don't. You think you do. You know what I'm saying? We all live this fantasy. We make stuff up in our head. That's just not true. And that's what I particularly notice. Everybody wants you to live in their fantasy out here. Now, I'm going to entertain your fantasy, but I'm not going to live there. And that's what happens. These women, man, bro, they got big girls thinking they bad bitches. I'm saying, I'm like, it's crazy. Everybody think entitled to this bread. This is the word. Listen, bro, these women are so disrespectful out there. I was a slap happy nigga. I don't listen. Women didn't talk to me like that.
I heard about you.
Killers didn't talk to me like the women are talk. I'm talking about my sisters, my nieces. You can't sound like, it's like dudes is shrinking instead of putting them in line. I'm going to tell you one thing. Don't blame the woman, men. Don't blame the woman. That's such a weak joint. Because watch this. This broad could be out of pocket. If you put her in the proximity of real niggas, she going to get in line. That's her nature. So even when a nut-ass guard, a nut-ass female guard could come on, let her get around some real niggas on the block. We like, nah. We ain't having it. She gonna get right in line. Yeah. And it's just out here, and that's the problem. I look at my sisters, how they talk to people, and I'm like, what the? And then I see these simps they be dealing with. These skinny, of course. You don't know how to treat a real nigga.
Ooh.
Of course you don't.
You see me disrespecting the man before?
Oh, no, I'm just saying.
I'm asking you, have you seen me?
You know our sisters.
I'm asking you, did you see me?
Episode of Baddies, bro. You can hear them walking to the crib. Listen, outside, I'll be on the jack, right? They I'm like, yo, I'm on the speakerphone, yo, listen to
That's
this.
not all our sisters.
Well,
no.
A lot of them.
A couple of them.
A lot of them. You could turn up to that. Y'all don't know.
I can. I absolutely can. I can. I just said in the beginning, I held myself accountable. I didn't respect you, and I didn't respect you because of the time.
You ain't know no better. Bless
right?
Your heart.
No, give me a reason.
Can't be FALA by just
Let
talking.
me give you a reason.
Can't to be me by just.
Let me
talking.
give you a reason, though. Let me give you a reason, and then I can bring it back to how I view you now. My reason was you was never around to tell me a damn thing. That's how I felt. Outside of that, I didn't have the male figures around me to teach me how to respect a man at all. I learned how to communicate with men on my own. Not my mother ain't tell me to disrespect men. And my sisters ain't tell me to disrespect men. I didn't give a damn what type of dudes they was dealing with. I could care less. But not having those men who could teach me without taking something from me was around long enough for me to learn how to communicate with a man. It wasn't until last week that I sat there and listened to you. And it was my choice.
Oh, let's listen to everything. Yeah.
Like I called you and said, where you at, bro? And I called you hours before that. I could have not popped up. I said, you know what? I'm going to hold myself to it. For some reason, I need to go talk to my brother. Right? And leading from that, like as your sister, like I've always wondered, like, do men inside truly understand the impact their absence causes to their, sisters, kids, the women?
No, it took me years. It took me years to understand that. I remember when I got booked, this broad took my bread, right? And I was like, I was going to tear her head. I was like, yo, then she was talking. And I was like, she spazzed on me and said, see, you just don't understand. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, she said, you always had me when you was out here. She was like, when they took you, I ain't know what to do. And I was like, yeah, I can see that. She was like, yeah, I mean, they be traumatized. Imagine the person you depend on. You take all your problems to them. You lay your burden down on them all the time. Now they're going. They're not there for you. What is she supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? And I learned a long time. It took me a long time for me to notice about how much my mother and my siblings needed me out here, right? Mm-hmm. When I got out, when I seen, it was before I got out, but it was like my mom used to always like, they need you out here. I'm like, man, I'm in the Bing like, man, I don't care how much they need me. They can't get nothing from me because they ain't doing nothing for me while I'm in here. But just in that sense, period alone, if you in a Bing and your siblings ain't riding for you, that tell you the type of people that they are. They really need you. You know what I'm saying? Because any understanding, loving person going to be like, yeah, he needs support. He behind the wall. You know what I'm saying? He needs that.
We were, and your act, like, and your sisters that came from your father, we were actually like young as hell. Yeah. So we had to be trained up to learn those type of things. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until, I became an adult, like I said, we reconnected. I was 30, 34. So it's like, nigga, like.
One of the worst things I want, because since it's such a part of our culture or subculture, right? What I want people to do, we have to learn how to build like a better relationship between your loved ones that's behind the wall. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because it happens all the time. And people just so cold. They be like, you put yourself in there. That's the first thing, because nobody wants to take accountability. Everybody wants help. Listen, you put yourself in there. All right, when you have a baby out of wedlock, right? If you go down to the welfare office and need some help, do they tell you, no, you put yourself in that situation? No. Or when you need somebody to babysit, or you need some help with anything, nope, you put yourself, you could say that. Or how about when somebody get murdered on the street? Would you walk up to him and be like, yeah, you put yourself in that situation? Nah, man. Like, of course, we all make decisions and choices that ultimately make us arrive wherever we at. But like saying somebody that put themselves in prison, that is such a simplistic, like small-minded view, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's so small-minded, but this is how people do when they inflict anything, every reason to be unreasonable. If you love me, you supposed to ride with me, right? That's do whatever. That's do whatever. I don't care, inside, outside, on the moon, underwater.
So from your point of view, right, who would have taught someone who, because we went to prison, I was about 13, not even. I can't even, if I could count back, I'm 35, 25, 15, it don't even matter. I was young, right? So
I think you was probably like 9.
Well, the first time probably.
No, I think you was like 9 when I went the second time. You was like 9 or 10 when I went the second time. How old are you? 34?
I'm 35.
Okay, I've been out for
25.
Yeah, you was like maybe
15.
Maybe like
15, 14, 13.
I
was in Walnut. I was in Walnut. You took us to the carnival.
Yeah, you wasn't that old. You wasn't 13 yet, because I remember.
I'm counting back.
Lily was like, how old are you than Lily? How much older are you than Lily?
couple years. I'm counting back.
About 2 or 3.
Yeah,
Right?
like I'm 35 now. If I count back 22 years, it'll go back to what, 13? About 13.
Yeah, but I've been out for a year.
Oh well,
So
yeah.
like 12,
It'll be like 12.
Yeah.
I was definitely
That's what I'm
young.
thinking, because Lily would have been like 9, so
Yeah.
you would have been like
12.
Yeah, 11, 12. Yeah. 11,
Yeah.
12, yeah.
So in those senses, right? Cause I did see you coming around, and my siblings may say different. They were a little bit older than me, paying you some mind, right? Just like you said, you had the woman who depended on you and things like that. From my point of view, I ain't really see you too much. I'm like, depend on, I don't know the boy,
You don't
right?
remember.
So
'Cause I used
who,
to come
right?
around pretty
See,
much.
you made me aware of that. So with that, who do you feel like job it was for
Everybody.
us to
Everybody.
connect
It's supposed
to
to be
you?
a collective perspective. And that's what I'd have been here to show y'all that on the street, because y'all are like, it's so much stuff going on, but it's supposed to be, it's always some kind of stalwart. Like it's all, most of the time it's the mothers and like big mama in the family that try to like
Connect everybody.
yeah, like everybody,
my
like,
mother
you know
would.
what I mean, make everybody more family oriented and stuff like that. Like, how can you just turn your back on your family? I don't care what condition it is. Y'all go through the littlest things, and everybody's so at odds with these people. These are the people that you're gonna need to get through this.
I told you before you came to prison. I mean home. I said be prepared because it's some fixing. But we can't expect you can't expect it if you come right into the mixer and you throwing the shit at them too. It's like, yo, wait a minute.
Nah, from the gun. Nah, I'm not. It's certain things that like.
Cause I fall back and know on all of that stuff now. I ain't used to. I used to be a problem. I went on a podcast and he had asked, about separating from your chaotic family. Well, if you was a part of the chaos, how you separate from that? You actively go in it and you pull people out of it because you know you was a part of that. At one point, who am I to judge them for where they stayed? Because I decided to move away from it. I go back. I try to maneuver. Like I try to communicate. Like literally, like we were at a function and I'm looking at you like, bro, like, yo, how it go from this to that? And I'm like, yo, you gotta go. Like,
we all left.
Step by,
we
right?
all left
Step by
eventually.
because it's a lot. Like it's a lot, and I didn't want to
I
experience
ain't trying
that.
to hear, bro.
So
I'm not
with
trying to
that,
hear
it's
it,
like,
bro.
yeah, we gonna move on from this because family matters.
I'm not trying to hear it, bro.
So I just wanted to know.
That's my whole
You said
thing.
it was everybody.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. People over here come up to you and they pour all their emotions on you. Mind you, I did 22 years. You think I don't have my own issues? Now watch this. And my turn up is way worse than yours. So watch this. This is how it's like. It's like, say if I'm the type of person, I'm trying to hold my issues in like this. So say I'm trying to hold my issues in, and then this is how it's going to look. Now you come over to me and you're pouring all your issues on me like this. Now watch this. I'm trying to hold my issues in, but through the course of me trying to block your issues, when you pouring them on me, I lift one of my arms and try to block your issues. You see how my issues get out? You see how they get out? Yo, you can't pour in like, and it's certain things that I'm just not going to tolerate. You going to talk to me nice, or we not going to be around each other. If you can say whatever you want to me, I'm damn sure going to be able to say what I want to you. When you're not smarter than me.
The hood coming here, and that's the part. Here's the part that's coming out of you.
Motherfucker in the room, like.
This the part that comes out of you that I will like. I'm going to take a little shift, right? Because sometimes, like, growing up in a household who did not have, male figures around, we gonna buck at it. Like people buck at that, right? Because who are you? And I've never been able to actively communicate with a man in the first place, right? And then you're my brother, and then expect the respect that I've never like experienced to ever had to have for a man in the first place. So with that being said, one of my next questions was towards you, but I'm gonna do it first, and it is like, what do you wish you could say to like your sister, your daughter, your mother, but you find it hard to express? But before you answer that, what I would want to say as your sister to my brother is, first, you were needed. To the extreme. If I had the relationship with you, been able to like communicate, like in all of those things, I would have been able to have a better relationship with men because I didn't have my brother. I needed you to show me how to experience a man in the correct way so I didn't become, a wife of 3 times, a mother of 4 kids and being single. Being able to come to you and have those conversations to try to help me guide myself in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you were needed, you still are needed, and you're gonna be needed. Like I need you for my son. They need you for their kids. Right? So these are things that you may have, not heard respectfully, but we do need you to sometimes teach us. Not in a way of I'm smarter than you, but in a way of you got it in you to do so. Right? So I will say we love you. We do. But we gonna buck.
Well,
and we need
this.
you.
Watch this. Everything you said before that, I agree with that. Emphatic. As soon as you said we love you, right? I disagree with that. Emphatic.
You don't feel it?
You might love. I don't know. You can't speak for everybody else.
Well, I can speak for the ones I know.
Yeah, I mean, I need evidence for that. People would say.
How do somebody show that they love you in your sense?
Listen, I believe it's impossible for somebody to love you without showing you. It's going to seep out some way. And that's the problem. Love is an abstract thing. The standards of it. If your love is so minuscule, but if your love is so weak, right, that I can't get a sense of it, you could keep that. I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? And your love for somebody else is supposed to be for them. You don't love a person the way you. That's selfish as shit. That's the problem. You love the person the way you want to love them, and you need evidence. You need evidence. If you claim to love somebody, you gotta show them, or it's always going to be in question. I know that people that love me, I never question it. It's not a question. They already tried and true. So yeah, you could say, but
so is there something that you feel like you have wanted to say, you ever want to say, but you can't? You find it hard to express?
I mean, my whole thing is, I don't want to argue with people, right? And it's no resolution. I'm just telling you how I feel. You telling me how you feel. Okay, cool. What we gonna do about it? When they get into that joint, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I could get real hurtful, bro. Like when my feelings, that's why I don't like being in dispute, conflict with nobody that I really love, because I don't want to hurt your feelings. And when people don't really know how to communicate, all you want to do is tell me your feelings, but you tell me in a violent way. You see what I'm saying? It's not in a loving language. You know what I'm saying? When I'm just trying to tell you how I feel, like it's like people want to take all the credit for every and any little thing that they do for you. None of the blame for what they do or don't do. Absolutely. But on the flip side, they want you to take all the blame for what you do or don't do, and don't give you none of the credit for what you. And it's fun. When I came home dealing with my family, it's amazing to me. After I did 22 years, bro, don't ask me about my time, my money, I ain't even been out here a year yet. They want me to come out here and be a landscaper. They want me to be a handyman. They want me to pay bills. They want me to be a superhero. I'm like, yo, bro, chill. Everybody want all my time. I thought when I got out of jail, I did 22 years. I thought the 22 years was going to be the trump card. As soon as you be like, we come in dispute, I'll be like, I did 22 years. Here we go. They don't give a fuck about that. So watch this. And I don't want to be hurtful like this. If I did 22 years in prison, and I damn near lost my mind in that joint. And you don't want to I heard people say, yeah, that's over. Or try to do, yeah, that's over. Now, I wasn't even on the street 4 months when the person said that to me.
Did you?
They said, yeah, that's over.
The prison time was over?
Yeah, like, oh, yeah, it's over now. That's what people, when you come into dispute with them about what they want or what you want, that's over. Or that don't matter. I'm like, bro, it does matter. So now, watch this. Like, I got a lot of women in my family. I talk to them, all they talk about is their past trauma and what And they want you to talk to them nice, don't be like, but I'm like, yo, I have past trauma too. I did 22 years. So fuck my past trauma and I gotta be so considerate of yours. How does that work?
Absolutely.
I mean, and that's the problem. People terribly subjective and selfish, especially when it comes to emotions. So I'm like, I want to tell people how I feel, bro, but it'll bring tears to my eyes. I'm like, bro, like, I can't even believe we having this discussion, really. And you think you smarter than me.
See?
No, I'm saying, nah, that's how you argue with me. Like, you know better than, you can't possibly know better than me. But that's how everybody is.
Can I ask you a question? Because I think you're a very intelligent person.
I don't need you to tell me.
No, I said think.
Who the fuck know me?
You
don't
act
know
just
that.
like my father. That shit gets
Who the
on my.
fuck know
That is the part that I don't like about my
but
brother. But I understand that is you.
everybody in my family intelligent. That's like, but y'all just not smarter than me.
I'm not saying. So when
That's
you,
all
all
I'm
right, so
saying. I can't say that.
let me ask you
I
a
can't.
question.
If
Let
I
me
said,
ask
am
you
I
the
bigger
question.
than you? Am I
Are you-
taller than you?
You're taller.
Am I darker than you?
You darker.
Am I stronger than you?
I will hope so.
All
Yes.
right. So why do people take so much offense when I tell you that I'm smarter than you? What you say out your mouth is a reflection of what's on your mind. And I can read it. So when you give me your rationale and I hear you talk, I'm like, oh, you don't get it.
Well, I'm not saying that in certain aspects and cases you may be smarter.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course. But being informed and more intelligent, my point is about life in certain situations, we ain't even got to talk about this, that. We could be talking about just this subjective matter right here, right now. By what you say out your mouth concerning this subjective matter, I can tell you don't get it. So it's easy for me to assess that. I'm like, oh, that's, and it's crazy. I'd be in dispute with people where they'd be arguing with me about thoughts that I used to think like that until I became more enlightened. like, bless your heart. Yeah, I used to think just like you did, jackass. But
in conversations of dispute, like what is like, cause like even with you, as my brother, it's never about whether I want to be smarter or I care to be stronger or anything of that sort. Because what is it going to do for me? You're supposed to be the protector of me anyway, so I really don't. That don't matter.
I have no problem with somebody being smarter than me. That's my point. As soon as I say that, everybody takes so much offense. But I'm like, if I stated all these other facts, you'll readily assume them. Well, if I tell you I'm more intelligent than you, because we could prove it.
But do you believe?
We can prove it right now.
Do you believe intelligence have to be spoken on, or do you show it?
I know.
Is it a shown fact or a spoken fact?
It's like it's prick stuff, right? To like brain shading people and stuff like that. And I don't like hurting people's feelings. But it always amazes me how a person will always tell you how intelligent you are, how much they respect your opinion until you disagree with them. Now I'm not smart no more. You don't respect my opinion anymore just because I'm disagreeing with you. That's how that goes.
If somebody say that, yes.
I mean,
if that's something that's said, I don't respect your opinion because
you know people that I'm speaking of too.
I mean, well, my question, because I ain't worried about all the rest of them. Like, I mean, I get that it happens, but in the moments of those conversations, like, intelligence speaks for itself.
Does it?
I mean, people know that you're not dumb.
Does it though?
I mean, yes. Or do you have to say it?
All right, listen.
I mean, if you have to say it, you feel like you have to say it.
If we depended on a rationale alone, right? It would speak for itself. But the power of the spoken word is in the power of the word spoken. It don't matter if the motherfucker whisper it, yell it, right? Or say it in any other middle ways.
It's the word.
You have to, now, a person that doesn't want to receive the message, they're going to look for every reason to be unreasonable. They'll be like, yeah, you right, but I don't like how you said it. No,
so
if I'd have whispered it, you wouldn't have.
Because I feel the same way. I can whisper something and you don't like it. It's still going to be the same thing I said. So, but in that dispute, do the intelligence have to be spoken about? Or do you already know that conversation?
Not necessarily. It doesn't have to be, but I could be a prick sometimes.
Yeah, see that's the only thing. Like that can turn something into something that it doesn't have to be.
Dummies and jackasses too.
Yeah, well, let them be dummies and jackasses and walk away winning.
I mean,
you know, which
if it's
character.
if it's somebody, right? Don't get me wrong. I have conceded, and actually, I even tell a person I'm sorry when I don't even believe I'm wrong. If it's going to better the relationship, right? But my point is, you got to get this shit somehow, some way. And my personal experience, watch this, you ain't gonna believe this. But my personal lived experience, the people where I'm from, like people like us, people in the penitentiary, people from the hood, where we sitting at right here, smack dab in the middle of the hood, they get it the way I say it better. The way the aggressive speech, I could bring all my guys and they'll tell you the reason, they used to disagree with me. They get it like this. Nah. They'll say, no, it's your delivery and this, that, and other. I'm like, man, how many people in your life tried to talk to you in the most diplomatic, articulate, loving way that possible, and you ain't listen to that shit? You don't. You don't. Who listens to their parents, really? You don't. But when they whip your ass, you understand that, don't you? So sometimes it does, like where we from, we so fucked up, that abusive speech, you got to know how to do it good. And I'm saying, don't get me wrong, I don't like to hurt people's feelings, but if you need to hear this from me, you got to take this. Even if you don't accept it, I got to be like, so if anything happened, I'm like, I told you that. I ain't just going, Drizzy got a fucking verse, he go, I don't like his new album, by the way, I don't want to be off topic, but Drizzy got a joint. He said, how is it keeping it real by keeping the shit to myself?
Yeah. And I agree. I agree with that solely.
You know what I'm saying?
They are said people become offended because they have a problem within themselves, which can be possible. But just like Fala said, we believe, because where we're from, people got to get it gritty. But that's the only thing people have ever seen. So even when I'm gritty, I can be gritty. I can be a disrespectful. I really can. But I've learned that if I bring it down, they may not understand it now, but eventually you're going to understand it. I understand it when someone's giving it to me respectfully. But I can also understand it when you give it to me disrespectfully. But do we have to go there? Like, is our characters, like, am I willing to take my value this low?
You have to teach the people in a language they understand. I'm not gonna go over down here to Poppies and speak to them in English and expect them to really get what I'm talking about. If they speak Spanish, I'm gonna speak to them in Spanish.
But guess what?
If you speak aggressive, I'm gonna speak to you aggressively.
But do you also know that those same people who spoke Spanish coming into America, they learned how to talk English too from people speaking English to them? I do get what you're saying. You're saying match. In other words, match the energy.
No,
it's not always effective though.
You don't.
Sometimes.
But sometimes you do because watch this. People always notice the end result. People always see Fala like nigga, but you don't see. I try to take the diplomatic approach every time, and where we from, that don't work. It doesn't work. Young boys think you soft. If you come, I've been in a bing. I wasn't in a cave. I was in prison. I seen these niggas coming through. If you try to talk to them nice, articulate, respectful, they think you soft.
But that's to me.
I'm gonna give you the message. If you let them know that you will hook off on them, they like, all right, what's up?
That's
okay?
like men on men. Men are. Here's the thing about men. I get that. But
women will think you soft too.
But listen,
if you talk nice,
it depends. This is the issue. This is the issue in family dynamics, because I ain't looking for you to speak to me in certain ways to give me what you want me to hear. Like at the end of the day, you, like I said, you are literally the one who's teaching me how to respect men. How I speak to you, I'm gonna go speak to him. And then that man gonna come back to you and say, yeah, oh, she disrespectful. And you gonna say, yeah, she is, but you told me this shit.
No, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Watch this. I come home. I didn't raise y'all. Yeah, that's my fault. I'm sorry. And I know if I'd have raised them, they wouldn't be like this.
Like what? You see the shit I'm talking about?
They'd have lost eyeballs because they would have been raised different. Like I ain't even raised G's, my little brother. And when I used to come, like his habits, I raised niggas that's around me, and they know not to be. I'm talking, we was over each other. I'm like, yeah, they know. They get around me, they be like, you can't. Even in the Bing, them niggas like come in my cell. You gonna behave. I don't care who them niggas out there think you is, what you walk around. You come in my cell, you gonna behave. My point is, now, all I can do is go from now. That's what people do, try to bring up stuff that I did 20, 30 years. Really? You gonna bring up stuff I did because you don't got nothing else?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, last time you was something, you talking about the last time. But what if somebody held you accountable for what you did 20, 30 years ago? Neither here nor there. We can't go back to the 20. I don't know what's going to happen. All I can say is about right now. So if you're a woman in my family and I ain't ready to, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. Every time you disrespect me, I'm going to let you know I'm not going for that. Every time. I'm not going to let it go this time and just talk to you about it later. No. You don't talk to me like that. And if I don't want to go back to you, but talking to me like that, I'll show you why. Because I implore every woman in my family, you don't have to respect a man as an actual man, but you have to respect the biology of a man. He can hurt you. These dizzy bronze, they'll go and you're not acting ladylike, but you expect him to be manlike. So you want disrespect. I'll slap skin off your face.
I don't think men get it.
No, I'm saying I don't believe in men women.
Get it.
Well, if you disrespect me to the point, I'm like, who are you talking to? You do realize if you go out here and talk to a man like that, he might slap the shit out of you.
What y'all doing?
That's aggressive speech. It leads to aggressive acts.
What we're not getting is if I was taught to communicate even and to take it in, I wouldn't even go out there and get someone who disrespects me. I will walk away from that. Like I don't even know what this is. My nervous system is shutting down. But if I got that from men in my surroundings, I am going to respond just like that. So guess what? I'm gonna get slapped the out of because your ass taught me how to talk like this.
Well, I could blame
crazy.
Or accept. I could blame all the bad decisions I made on not being taught too.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But if you're hold on,
you should have arrived at.
But bro, if you're not taught, then you're teaching yourself at that point.
I disagree.
What I'm saying is you're teaching yourself.
You do.
So with that being said, you're gonna make the mistakes and then you're gonna fix it.
I'm gonna explain something to you.
When you are used to chaos.
The conclusions that I've arrived at, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember arriving at them conclusions on my own, right?
Yeah.
And then remembering, damn, somebody already taught me that.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? They tried to tell me a long time ago, but it's a lot of things you're gonna have to learn the hard way. That's what they mean. You'll live life and you'll learn the hard way. It's certain things, like if you don't know how to be a man, right? Because you ain't had no men in your life, right? Like I wasn't a man when I left. Even when I was 25, 26, I wasn't a man. I ain't really start being a man till around like 32. Real rap, when I start thinking different. You know what I'm saying? So that's your responsibility. Once you become mature, it's your responsibility to learn things on your own that you weren't taught. Because you have to teach people this stuff.
But what about before we become mature? That's what I mean. You have to fix the problems that you already created. Some people, believe it or not, are in this world who actually were like molded in a correct manner. That they don't have to fix the same things I had to fix. You had to fix or anything like that. And now we have generations under me that have the opportunity to not be fixed. I do have siblings that have amazing kids.
I get it.
And they're not around the chaos. So they're not going to experience the same things that we may have experienced or had to be talked to that way. Or when they come around chaos, their body shuts down from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm only saying this because if we meet energy with the same energy, then what are we getting? A damn bomb? It's like a bombshell. It's never gonna happen. For men, I do agree that men are gonna view it all that way. But I myself view men in a respectful way that when I see them respecting their mother, their sisters, like I love to see it because I'm like, damn, that's something that I needed or I need. I didn't think I needed it back then, but as a 35-year-old, I can only imagine being married and my husband come to the man that I'm supposed to trust and say, oh well, yeah, Aisha this, and you respond, she got smart ass mouth anyway. And I'm like, you're supposed to protect me in this moment, or try to come and conduct that to be a better, experience. What I'm saying is, yeah,
what if you wrong and you do got a
you
smart
correct
ass
me.
mouth? Yeah,
You correct me, but to respond to the man and speak upon like you already know I got an issue. What make you think when he go home he won't? Man, your own fucking brother don't. Excuse my language. Your own brother.
Yeah, that's ammunition for him.
That's a lot. And I get that a lot.
You never got it from me.
No,
you got
I'm
smart
not
ass
getting that
mouth
from you.
though. Neither here nor there.
Bro, when come on. See, we
here nor there.
building a relationship. When the last time I cursed you out, bro? Come on.
Last time you cursed me,
It's been a long time,
I was
man.
in prison.
It's been a long time. I don't have, because that's not what I got for you. I ain't trying to have that for you.
I mean, I'm okay.
How about I know better?
Listen, I'm okay. I'm okay. I understand where we come from. I don't expect everybody to know how to articulate themselves.
I'm still learning, especially to
I
y'all.
don't expect that, but my point is, it's a point where it goes too far.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's my whole. Some people too turned up. They too turned up. That's all I'm saying. But I understand what we've been through.
Let's move forward, because I didn't even think we was going to go into the deep dive about that, because we definitely going to be for about 8 more minutes. You got 8 more minutes with me. Don't die. But all right, because oh goodness, this be emotional for me. Oh my God, chaos has been. It's been a long time since I told myself I want to have a valuable conversation, and I never wanted to go left. Because like I said, if you missed it, I need you as my brother. Like, I don't need you as the nigga that's teaching me how to be a woman to these niggas. I just need that, because I ain't never had it. So when I do get that, they gonna see the difference. Or go.
I got a daughter too, right?
Absolutely.
She don't listen.
We ain't talking about Lily right now.
I'm just saying, like, I could give you all. Listen, it's up to you, bro. I give you the tools you could use, but you got to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Listen, this is how the mind works. When somebody hears something that's not in alignment with their beliefs, they immediately reject it. If it is in alignment with their beliefs and feelings, they accept it.
Until they sit by their souls and actually understand that some of those things that someone pour into you, you literally take the chicken and throw out the bone. And sometimes it's okay to sit back and you literally have to dissect what somebody say. Not everything someone says in that moment you're gonna take in. It's hard to do so, especially when it's not your point of view. You literally that night, because I sat there and I was willingly coming to communicate with you, actively got a listener. Like, I had to be ready for that, because in my mind I already had like a pre.
But this is the thing, it was a recording. That's just like writing something down. You can't argue with a piece of paper, and you can't argue with a recording. A recording is just talking. When it comes to dialogue,
absolutely,
you know what I'm saying, people conversing with each other and emotions get involved. That's the problem. People don't know how to communicate. People don't know how to identify, okay, I'm getting a little emotional. This person's getting a little emotional. And they don't know how to turn down and articulate themselves well in that setting.
Right.
That's the problem. It ain't that. Of course, you probably, if you read it on how you, I always I advise anybody, you really want to tell somebody, write it down on a paper and give it to them.
And don't let them talk.
Exactly.
Because if I told you to write down on the paper, would you say I'm smarter than you?
No, listen, no. I would articulate it. I would articulate. I wouldn't say it like that, but I will articulate it in a way. Like, listen, me and guys in the bank, right? That's why you can have an argument with somebody. These how intellectuals do. You can have an argument with each other. We don't got to say shit to each other. It could start off dialogue, right? We disagree, okay. And this is what me and this brother did for years. Just hand each other books. Papers, pamphlets. Yeah, read this. Yeah, you read this.
Absolutely.
And we argued for years.
Absolutely.
Just like that. What if you couldn't use your own words, right? What if you couldn't use your words and you had to use other people's words to make your point? What would you do? And that's the problem. People they don't know nothing, right? They don't want to know nothing. but they want to talk and behave like they know everything. And I can't tell you shit, but you think you gonna tell me? No, it's not happening. No, well, that's the problem. That's the problem. You don't even know what you're listening for. You have no idea. But my point, I mean, I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna give you my best effort. I'm not gonna be perfect, bro. You damn sure ain't perfect.
And I don't think any of us, or I think we all got disrespectful ways. I believe that everybody has their flaws. Everyone believe they know more than somebody in something. But in all reality, no human being knows everything. And there's always room to grow and learn. So with that being said, like, yeah. I mean, if you're willing to. Because, you know, I'm going to view you how I view you. Other people are going to choose to view you how they choose to view you. I'm building a relationship with someone who has their flaws and have greatness attached to them. It is what it is. I have my flaws and have greatness attached to me also. So with that being said, would you like to do your piece?
You want me to do it? I want y'all to check this out.
I want you to do it.
Listen, see, I was on this joint. I want y'all to hear this. We gonna close it with this, man. And holler at me, get at me. You know my guy.
Yeah, that is crazy. This is what I would have to deal with for the rest of my life. So pray for me, please.
Man, she great. She ain't good. She great.
Pray for me.
You go, nigga. They gonna only wish they had a brother like Fala. You know what I mean? People wish they had a brother like Fala. Tripping.
I'm grateful to have my brother.
All right, listen. We in a jail cell living. It's hell, no doubt. It's real easy to get in and hard to get out. While he's stressing, writing, expressing all these thoughts and memories, these crackers running cattle, it's like a corporate industry. I was that nigga you couldn't tell nothing to speak to. I sell something illegal, a shell's dumped when I see you, but I was taught the culture of the inner city goes from cash rules to bathrooms with just niggas living with me. It's all jigger when it's pretty, broads and cars. Till they snatched him when he did he got charged, boy, $5. This time confined and deprived is prime. But the style and mind of Ali Khan, son of rise and shine and hit bricks and flip whips, that's attracting your girl. But for now, I just get clips, stacking packs in my cell, snatching rats by the tip, stashing wax in my mail. In the yard with my squad, blasting raps that could sell. With them cats, you could tell it's a quality camaraderie. And if the great white don't swallow me, probably come ride with me just as important as I could be. I kept a portion of the salary for them cats in the prison living. Less fortunate lives than me, being in a jail cell living. It's hell, no doubt. It's real easy to get in, hard to get out. White stressing, writing, expressing all these thoughts and memories. These crackers come running cattle. It's like a corporate industry. Behind bars, they got it all. You never could tell, though. This nigga going home tomorrow. This nigga got an elbow. And real slow, the clock tick, the jail flow, the blocks flip. He's still in there. Used to be a millionaire, cell blow, cop whips. You well know how the cops trip. They arrange it to be knocked off. So he played cold, trying to make parole. But they claiming that he got soft. You converse with a nigga. So he trusted he know you now. Posing rough with this phony clown, only tough when his homies round. And the one that stayed gritting, by the look, you would swear homie silent. But other day in the kitchen got put dead on his wallet. From these cats with the foul lips and these crackers that's power tripping, I done had it. I don't even know how I lasted an hour with them. These boys can make a man feel like when a broad get raped. In these places they incarcerate, they got racists that guard the gate and it's hard to take. They all can make a father date in the system, which certainly ain't worked for me. I just made it out. Listen, it's called the Department of Corrections. But what they correcting? I ain't learned a lesson. With the exception of my perception for deception, I witnessed aggression by its own figures, transgression and oppression, and the succession of prisons connecting in the state in every section. In the jail cell living, it's hell no doubt. It's real easy to get in, hard to get out, and why he's stressing, writing, expressing all these thoughts and memories. These crackers running cattle, it's like a corporate industry. I seen a nigga coming to jail dipping. Now he's switching. Always wondered what put him in a position of submission. Thugs missing in action. Mm-hmm. They was gripping and blasting. They still, but in the jail, cuz a bitch getting smacked. The nigga they hit him. I seen him walk in the yard with him. with all of them niggas in his squad and then he playing hard again. For Raw was in the cell, looking at pictures of his girl. Understand, man, when she claims she always be there for him, can't tell. You wish it was something. But the whole forget you so, you missing your woman. And parole don't let you go, they hit you for nothing. Talking about what you did so vicious you wasn't getting out to see your kids grow. You sick to your stomach. Witnessing this horror, the system is something. Our kids be in the mall, we in a jail cell. Even before you get in it, our lives whole constituents designed so you slip in it. I admit I ain't innocent. I'm wicked and in the worst way. But I'm thinking, damn, how I get to this in the first place? I know I ain't come on my mind wound vicious. Use fists with 2 clips and try and put them through niggas I was surrounded by hostility. So I learned to fight. You clowns that's not feeling me, I earned the right to burn this mic. And I condemn those that criticize what I do without a clue what goes on in our lives and why we victimize others in our own kind. Never listen to our mothers with our closed minds that never learned justice because life wasn't fair. And ain't no shame in this game, so how could I care about a calamity that fell upon his family and all this vanity and insanity? But I never planned to be ruthless. I know excuses is useless. The truth is, I was a youth that was stupid, and my environment was conducive for a young buck not to give a fuck and just want to shoot shit, trying to mask the pain. That's how a bastard brain do. Look what our lives then came to. We in a jail cell. I wrote that like 98 to 2000, somewhere in between there. You see, I just did the 20. When I said the father downtown confined, that was my first bit. I wrote that the first time. You see how insightful I was as a youth?
You are very smart. And there you have it.
Gazillion years ago.
With FALAsophy. And your girl Aisha, the middle child. I want to thank everybody that came through.
Ain't she pretty, y'all? Ain't she pretty?
You're so crazy. You get on my nerves. For everybody that came through and supported today's podcast, I want to thank you for flying through late, but I still appreciate it. Just thanks for your insight.
Call me back anytime, man.
Anytime. Yeah, you got a lot of topics in you, and I'm not even ready for a lot of the other ones. but we'll see. So.
Yeah, y'all don't want to have me here on relationships. Y'all have girls protesting out front.
Yeah. See y'all when we see y'all. He will be back. Thanks, y'all. Thanks.
All right, we good. I've heard that, John.